Oh, hey there. I'm reading this awesome book. Welcome to day number 3. Oh my goodness, we're halfway through our 5-day challenge. Day number 1, help me out. We talked about purpose. You got it. Yesterday, day number 2, we talked about growth. You got it. Today, we're jumping into the next pillar in order to make 2026 count. It's from my book, Priority Living 7 Pillars to Make Your Life Count. Today, we're going to talk about the pillar of rhythm. How important is it to have rhythm in our life? I want you to build a life, not just a schedule. I want you to build a life, not just a schedule. Well, I love this modern day parable. I want to read it to you. The tale of two lumberjacks that was shared with me, and I want to share it with you. Once there were two lumberjacks. They both were the strongest and best lumberjacks one could find. One day they decided to find out which one of them was the strongest lumberjack. So they went into the competition to whack as much wood as they could for 24 hours. The first lumberjack, let's call him Pete, went to work and whacked for 24 hours straight. He never took a break. And he was so strong that he didn't even slow down the slightest. The other lumberjack, let's give him the name Joe, whacked with full force for 2 hours. Then he took a break for 15 minutes. Then he went back to work for another 2 hours before he took his next break. Joe repeated the cycle until the time was up. When the time came to measure how much wood each of them hacked in those grueling 24 hours, Joe won the second one. Pete, visibly confused, asked Joe, "How did you win if we both are equally as strong and I worked 24 hours straight, whereas you took a break every 2 hours?" Joe calmly responded, "From time to time, you have to take a break to sharpen your axe." The author of that parable is unknown, but I love Abraham Lincoln's quote: "Give me 6 hours to chop down a tree, and I will spend the first 4 sharpening my axe." You see, friends, we need rhythm in life in 2026. Now, for too long, I'm a go, go, go driver, type A personality, and I would go fifth gear, full throttle. And I came to a point in my life years ago when I hit a wall. I hit complete burnout. And it just threw me for a loop because I thought I can drive hard. I can burn the candle at both ends. I can stay up late working and getting things done and get up early. And nope. At some point, my body said, enough of this. I had not learned rhythm. I had not learned the secret sauce of the lumberjack who took a break to sharpen his axe. So this year, I want to encourage you and I want to challenge you that you learn to live a life of rhythm. So Mike Breen, who I met years ago, shared this life shape with me of a semicircle, an upside down semicircle, and it swings back and forth, a pendulum on there. And he said that we are to work from rest, not rest from work. Boom. Just blew my mind. We are to work out of rest, not rest from work. Think about that for a moment. How often do we go, 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 go till we're exhausted, depleted, and then we go, oh, I need a break? Versus getting our cup filled, resting, and then going to work on a full tank of gas. That's made all the difference in my world. For over a decade since I hit that time of burnout, I've been very intentional. For me, it's the mornings. I like to get up early and sit in the quiet and read and write and think and pray and get my mind around my day ahead. It's a way that I rest. It's a way that I fill myself up. so that then I can give the very best of what I have to others. Oh, that's living my purpose, giving the best of what I have to help others. So, friend, I want to ask you, for you, it might not be the mornings. Maybe you got young kids or, your schedule is different than mine. But I want to invite you to think of the time that you can invest in yourself first. Now, the word rest is a tricky word because some people think, well, if I'm resting, that means I'm laying on the couch watching Netflix. Well, for some people, that might be the way that they rest. But I want to say that rest is what fills you up. For some people, even rest is exercise. For some people, rest is being out in their yard, in their garden. For rest, for some people, it's out. If it's in the winter, they're out taking a hike or skiing in the snow. We all do different things that replenish us. That's ultimately what rest is. It's what replenishes you, what fills you up so that you can be your best and give your best and live your best to others. So rhythm is so very, very important. There's a biblical principle here that Mike Breen shares. It's based out of John chapter 15 in the Gospels, where Jesus talks about abiding and being fruitful. He says these words. I wrote it here in the book. Let me find it here real quick, because rest may look different for each of us. In John chapter 15, it talks about pruning and being fruitful, that when we abide, rest, in other words, in our faith in Jesus Christ, that we're getting replenished by Him. It's like the vine and the branches that are connected. And then we can bear fruit. We can bear good things in our life. When we live in this life of rhythm through abiding and being productive, abiding and being productive or being fruitful. On the swing of that pendulum, we also have times of growth and times of play. So it's not just resting and working, it's resting, working, growing, playing, resting, playing, working, and we live this life of rhythm. So I want to encourage you today. Matter of fact, I'm going to end a little early to give you a 5 minutes or whatever for you to rest, for you to replenish yourself, for you to think about, how am I living a life of rhythm? So ask yourself this question. Here's our challenge. On a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being the lowest, 10 being the highest, how would you rate yourself on living a life of rhythm between rest and work? Why do you give yourself that rating? What number would you like to have this year in 2026? What number would you like to work towards this year? And who in your life is a role model of someone who lives a life of healthy rhythm? Is there an example in your life? Maybe ask them, how did they do it? How did they get to that place of living that? And then finally, here's your challenge. What specific action can you take today and this week to get yourself in a place to live a life of rhythm between resting, replenishing yourself, and then working and being fruitful and productive? We're going to rid the word busy, the B word, out of our vocabulary. We're going to be productive, we're going to be fruitful, and we're going to be resting and reflective. We're not going to just live a busy life, because I see many people going nowhere fast. Friend, direction is more important than speed. So live a life of rhythm. And until tomorrow, make it a ridiculously amazing day and keep smiling.